Guys of a Certain Age is brought to you by no one. Absolutely no one. Except these dudes walking down memory lane. Now let's head to the studio to see what they misremember next.
And we're back. Your almost favorite podcast that most folks have never heard of is Guys of a Certain Age. Robbie Copeland's in studio alongside
your almost favorite ghost.
Ghost.
Art Shirley.
And Jay Reed. Yeah. Ghost host, coast to coast.
Yeah.
Space Ghost. I love Space Ghost.
I've been watching a lot of Space Ghost lately.
I bet you have.
Yeah.
Boy, he's living the life.
Retirement is great.
It is.
Yeah.
Except we were talking before you came in about, maybe he's trying to eat healthy and it's having reverse effects, So, my problem working from home is there's a snack closet, and I'm just thinking, let me go get 4 chocolate covered almonds just to give me a pop.
Yeah. And they add up.
Boy, they do add up.
Right.
And it's
and that's probably the true source. I think I'm eating healthy, but I'm not, noting the 4 chocolate almonds, the 4 more chocolate almonds, the 4 more chocolate almonds.
All right.
They're almonds. They got to be good for you, right?
That's right. Well, I played pickleball for like 3 hours last night.
Yeah.
Without my wife, by the way.
Yeah.
And I came home and had not eaten, and I was too tired to eat.
Wow.
And that was kind of cool.
Wow.
Never experienced that.
I had no appetite, and I was just exhausted.
I've had that happen before. You know, what happens, unfortunately, is a lot of times 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever rolls around and I'm starving and I wake up.
And my right shoulder hurt so bad I took 4 Advil, and I was out like a light. Advil just does that to me. It's kind of crazy.
In case you didn't know, this is Guys of a Certain Age.
No medical advice is being given in the course of this conversation.
But if it was, it's coming from Jay, and we can get you his license number if you need.
Yeah, this is my alias anyway. I'm not really who I say.
You don't have a license number as a pharmacist, do you?
Yes, I do.
Really?
Yeah, I will not be giving it out here.
Well, no. I don't want
license to pill.
That may be the best thing ever. Hashtag what?
License to pill.
Okay, that's it. That needs to be. You need to start a podcast.
Jay Reed, license to pill.
You need to start your own podcast.
Well, I've been thinking about it. That is a good title, though.
Oh, that's you owe him for that.
Okay,
one.
Well, I'll have you on as a guest.
Yeah, there you go. That'd be fun.
He wants something much better than that. He wants money.
Pills. What are you talking about?
I joke with BJ Kugel, who's got BJ's Pharmacy, play with pickleball with him as well. Why he doesn't bring stuff from the back room out to the pickleball court to make us all feel better. So yeah. He's like, well, that's only for certain friends. Yeah. So thanks, BJ, if you're listening, which you're not. But I may tell you, we were talking about. Hey, this is episode 395. If I've done my math correctly.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. If I've done my math correctly, so. It's marginal.
417 if you have it. But, so we missed it.
Or 12.
Yeah.
So it just feels like it's been 7 years. So, but anyway, 395.
We need to,
We need to figure out. We need to figure out. Yeah, we need to figure out. Probably we should do. I don't know. We want to do it at Luva. We could do it at Luva.
Let's let the fans decide.
Mervyn,
Mama,
where would you like? Mervyn, Mama,
and Jerry, George. I got a text from Jerry. He's like, "Thanks for the shout out." So I mean, that's it. That's sometimes you have the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. We have the 4 listeners of the podcast. So Jenny Reed. I mean, Jenny Reed, Mrs. Reed, Mervyn, Jerry, and George,
and my cousin Julie also.
Well, we can't have more than 4.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, it's the Fab 4, right?
Yeah. We have groups of 4. How about that?
Groups of 4. Well, we can't make out a second group.
We can find 3 more.
Yeah. If you listen to
Melissa's been listening some lately.
Really? I tell you,
she's trying to catch up.
Okay. We pulled about 1,000 downloads last week.
Gosh.
Yeah. I don't know why. I have no idea. I think it's across the back catalog, as it were.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So we're almost at 100,000 downloads too.
Wow. So, maybe we'll hit it by the time we hit episode 400.
Yeah, probably not. Knowing us, it's going to go negative. People are going to start, uploading podcasts and putting back. So anyway, all right, 4.5 minutes later, let's get into Geeks of the Week. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first this time.
Okay.
I mean, 400 episodes in. Why change it now?
Because we forget.
Okay. Neither one of y'all seen The Odyssey yet, right?
No.
Okay. We went and saw it Saturday. Loved it. Really, really well done.
How many times did you have to get up, go to the bathroom?
I did not go to the bathroom once during the whole time.
You should have gotten an award on the way out.
You didn't go get up to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, that's right.
You've gone to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow.
That Trojan horse works well as a. I say it's popcorn dispenser, but
you just thought that was butter.
oh gosh, no! Yikes!
Okay.
We may have lost Jay on that one.
Anyway,
No, I did not. I didn't have to go to the bathroom.
Now
all the
it's
time.
licensed to ill. So.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
But I thought I was going to fall asleep. We went and saw it in Tupelo, reclining seats or whatever. But I got there and it was just action packed and loved it. All that. That was really good. So I highly recommend going and see it. I still want to go see it in IMAX. I'm seeing what has been cut off by the regular
tops and the bottoms
the tops
of the
and the
picture.
bottom of the picture.
Yeah.
And there's some stuff going on there that I'd like to see. So I'd like to go back and see it again. But my geek is not about the Odyssey. Sorry, it's about the trailer. Now, when we talked, I can't remember when we talked off mic or on mic, but you
listeners,
told me
he's pointing at me.
Jay. I'm pointing at
I'm
Robbie.
Robbie.
Yeah, that's right. When we talked, you said that there weren't going to be previews shown in front of it.
That's what I'd heard.
And they did not show previews in our screening, which I liked. And they showed commercials up till time, but they, right when it's supposed to start, it started. So that
actually,
was good.
so truth in advertising, showtime was.
Yeah, it was maybe 3:35 or whatever. It's supposed to be 3:30, but close enough. I mean, usually you go there and it's 4:00 if you go. It's 30 minutes of previews and commercials.
Yeah.
So no previews. But there are previews showing and some other screenings of the thing, and one of them is for a movie called The Other Mommy. Now, have you heard about this trailer?
No.
Okay, The Other Mommy is a new horror movie with Jessica Chastain playing dual roles in it. Now, I have not watched
She's
the
Mommy
trailer.
1 and Mommy 2.
I guess she's the other mommy as well as being the mommy. And it's coming out in October, and they say the trailer is so scary that people are like having to leave, and there's social media warnings now. If you see Jessica Chastain, do not watch the trailer, because it's so scary. Will's the one that told us about it. He said, if you see Jessica Chastain, either leave.
What did he say?
He hadn't seen it. I don't know that he's seen the trailer. I'll have to ask him if he's seen the trailer yet, but he just had read that. He saw that on social media. But it's causing quite a stir because people are you'll see things. I loved Odyssey, and first of all, they don't think it fits. This horror movie, coming in front of the Odyssey just is a weird, kind of combination. But anyway, that's it. The other mommy comes out in October. I don't plan on watching it. I don't know that I'll watch the trailer itself, but anyway, that was a pretty good thing. But I would if you haven't had a chance to see it yet, I'd make a chance to see the Odyssey. It's really good. It's a departure from the. There's a lot of things that are changed, but it still works really well.
So we've stooped to a new low. We're stealing geeks from our kids.
Yes, that's right.
Wow. Have you done that before, Jay?
I think I've gotten one from Jacob.
I don't think I have, because I'm much more geeky than either of my boys. In fact, I'm mocked because of my geekiness.
Mocked.
Yeah.
I feel like
now, one thing about the Odyssey, though, is that the main character's name is Odysseus, and come on. That's a little on the nose, isn't it? Could they not have come on? Just joking.
Are there spoilers?
Do you have spoilers?
Yeah. No. It's what, a 3,000-year-old poem?
Yeah, that's what people would say. You go, hey, man, spoilers. Like, the thing's been out for 3,000.
And you were supposed to have read it in senior year, okay?
But amazing amount of superhero folks in it.
Yeah.
I
saw that, yep.
Jason Bourne is trying to get back to Catwoman. While his son Spider-Man is wondering if he's still alive, and Batman is hitting on Catwoman.
And Mary Jane's in there. Or MJ.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's kind of amazing. Tom Holland's in everything.
He is.
And Zendaya is too. I guess they go wherever one goes, the other goes.
Yeah.
And so that leads into my geek of the week. I'm going to take it from Jay. Is the new Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer and the Avenger Doomsday trailer. Were you going to take either one of those, Jay?
I figured you'd probably do those.
Yeah. So the Brand New Day trailer doesn't show a whole lot new, but it has a lot of callbacks to the previous Tom Holland movies. So that's going to be kind of interesting. I'm looking forward to that. That's out in 2 weeks. I didn't realize that.
I'm looking forward to that one.
So we may have to do
Spider-Man?
Yeah.
It's a week.
Is it
31st? 31st of July. We're recording on the 24th.
as you listen to this, it's probably already
out.
gone.
Yeah, I looked it up because I was thinking it came out this weekend. I was trying to figure out how I was going to do that.
If you're listening in the morning, because this is next week's episode.
Oh, we maybe heading away.
That's right. So go see
Yeah,
Spider-Man tonight.
we need to make plans. We need to make plans to go see that because I don't know that. I mean, Will may want to see it, but I think Becky's about done with superhero movies.
I'm looking forward to that one. So
I'm looking forward to that one more so than Doomsday.
I don't know. The Doomsday trailer looked great. What did you guys? That's what I was going to bring up. What did you guys think about the? Have you seen the Doomsday trailer?
I forgot to watch it.
Oh, I mean, we just need to get a new co-host. We need to get a new co-host. Wow, he sits over there in his own little culinary pill world.
Culinary pill world.
Yeah, and he just
Maybe I did see it. I think actually I've
Did you
seen the
dream
whole
it?
movie.
wow.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
Rock. I thought was interesting.
The Rock
choice.
is great in it.
Playing Black Adam was just really weird.
So to me, it looks like they're setting up Doomsday. I mean, Dr. Doom is basically an anti-hero. I'm having to go through and clean up this because of what the worst would happen. It opens with a monologue from Robert Downey Jr.'s Dr. Doom, and you see all the heroes coming together. And then, what did you think about the final reveal, Art, since you saw it?
I thought that was Bradley Cooper.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going, who is this guy? Looks like Bradley Cooper. Is Rocket coming back as a real life human being now? And I went, oh no, that's
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans, yeah. Steve Rogers.
Yeah. So at the end, he says, "Hey, buddy," to Thor.
Yes, I did see that part.
And Thor's like, "It can't be," or whatever dramatic language she used. And he throws Mjolnir, or ever how you pronounce it, the big hammer. And not to be confused with MC. And Steve Rogers captures it. It's like, wow. So which Steve Rogers is this?
Yeah,
Where's
Captain Hydra is what everybody's expecting it to be, but how would he have caught it? But there's comic book lore as to how he could have handled Mjolnir.
Oh, good.
I don't know if that's correct or not.
Speaking of Captain Hydra, I'm rewatching Man in the High Castle.
Are you?
What a great show.
I need to watch
You've
that.
mentioned that 3 times.
Well, I don't expect you to ever remember anything. So, Anyway.
Who's not remembering?
What? Go on, Dr. Pill. What's your geek from 1972?
Well, actually, it's not. No.
Popular Mechanics Redux.
My geek of the week is a weak geek, but I'm going to eke it out to keep up my streak.
Ah.
I've been working on that.
Wow. You probably need to
Robbie is dumbfounded.
You probably need to workshop that a little bit more. So what's your geek?
Mississippi is very hyper local. Mississippi is getting its own Lego store.
Oh,
Were you aware
wow.
of this?
No.
Did you know? Yep.
I'm not 12 years old.
In Ridgeland, 12-year-olds can't afford Legos now.
Kind of like
That's true.
degenerate punk rockers can afford Harleys. So
Yeah, it's they're in, I think, Renaissance Colony or Colony Park.
are they going in the old Apple Store location?
Yes.
Because the Apple
Are
Store,
they
the Apple
really?
Store
Okay.
is
Apple
moved.
Store's moving to a bigger location. Lego is moving.
Oh, so it's
in.
not just going away. It's actually moving.
It's
somewhere.
moving,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
that's pretty much it. Lego Store's moving to the old Apple Store location. So first one in Mississippi, I think. So
How funny is I knew his geek, even though I didn't know his geek. I knew where Lego Store
you
was
didn't know my
going.
geek. You knew where it was going.
I had a great idea of where it was going. So
Yeah. Do y'all still do Legos at all?
Yes.
again, I'm not 12 years old.
I love
I'm
to
telling you,
do
it's
them,
like,
but I mean, when I've gone to other Lego stores and looked at sets, either like Marvel sets or DC sets or Star Wars sets that I would like to have, no.
Yeah. Oh no.
The pain of stepping on them barefooted
has never left you.
it has. I've exiled them from the house.
It's kind of the puzzle for someone in my dotage to do. It's kind of taking on that aspect.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
When the boys
We've got
were
Snuffy
when
Smith,
the boys-
Snuffy Sam, or whatever. Yeah.
I took on y'all's persona. I said when the boys were younger. When Jacob was younger, Lauren even had a few little ones, but I love
Legos,
to
not
do it
boys.
with him.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like,
Yeah, when I Lego sets for our sons, I enjoyed it, and I know some adults that they'll collect the cars.
Oh, yeah.
And I've bought flowers. Like Melissa is allergic to a lot of the flowers, so I can't bring her flowers. So I'll bring her. I got her a Lego set of flowers one time.
Boys did that for Bonnie one year.
and stuff like that. So
Dollar General's best.
Of course, and then my mom gets she gets this quilting advent calendar every year from this place in Missouri Star, something like that. And usually there's one tiny little Lego set in it of a sewing machine or the representative duck that's like the symbol of the company or something. So me and Rusty get to do those Legos sometimes.
But I was in a toy aisle, in the Lego aisle, looking at stuff, and I think we were looking for something for Drew or whatever. And like you said, that was another guy was there, another adult was there, and he's looking at, my gosh, these are $200, and I'm like, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and it's really cool. I mean, there's Lego. I guess they call it Lego art. I think there's probably a different word, but it's essentially you're creating or recreating kind of a painting, but in 3D almost. And I mean, there's some superhero stuff like that, and there's some I think recreation of famous art, and stuff like that. I mean, I don't need another hobby right now, but I'm sure they'll do well.
Fun, yeah. You'll go and visit, right?
Oh yeah,
Road trip.
I thought about that.
We need to go to one of these years. We need to go to Mississippi Comic Con, go to the Lego store, go to the Apple store, all that.
San Diego Comic Con is going on right now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. That's one of the things I was going to mention is as we record, Marvel's not taking over Hall H. I think that's tomorrow.
Okay.
And Hall H is the big hall. Yeah. And so the speculation was, what are they going to show tomorrow if they drop the two big trailers this week? So it's going to be interesting to see. So anyway, maybe Marvel will get themselves fixed.
One last thing.
Ooh, hey, like
nice
that segue.
Yeah. I won't step on it then.
No, go ahead. One last
Star Trek, Strange New Worlds. Anybody watch the...
Started watching last night, fell asleep.
Oh, is it already started?
Yeah, it started yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay.
And started watching Stuart fails to save
I
the
haven't
universe.
watched that yet, but I'd
Well,
like
it started last night, didn't it?
Fell asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That looks incredibly fun. So
I really like the new Star Trek episode. I thought it was good.
was it good? Yeah.
Well, I'm 6 episodes away from finishing Stranger Things, so I'm going to finish that and then I'll start Strange New Worlds.
Okay. And then Becky wants to watch Stuart too, so we'll watch that probably tonight.
It looks really fun.
And my dad was a big Big Bang Theory fan, so
it's a throwaway line about Sheldon and them at the beginning and what caused everything.
Yeah.
And I don't think you'll ever see them.
And what's channel is it?
It's HBO Max.
Well, it's on the HBO Max streaming platform.
Channel 4.
Gosh, my vocabulary is suffering.
I knew what you
I'm
meant.
tired today.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah.
My retro vocabulary.
Your retro.
channel?
Yeah. What
We should
channel?
start a trend.
Nobody's
Start
going
calling it channels again.
Nobody's going to follow us.
Oh, I think we're onto something.
Yeah. Licensed
License to pill,
Yeah. Yeah.
channels. You'll hear it. You'll see T-shirts printed up.
Yeah. Those old guys are at it again. So, all right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. And we're back. Yeah, we're all back, aren't we? Are you here, Jay?
I don't know. We were talking about having 4 listeners. But that's different than host, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess it is. So.
I stayed up way too late last night.
Yeah, I didn't sleep at all last night either.
I couldn't sleep at all last night.
I threw the blankets off the bed.
All right, part of We Are Going to Fix It series, I suggested Doctor Who. It's going to take about 5 minutes, but as these guys go to sleep. But one callback to Strange New Worlds last night, Art, did you get the Doctor Who
mentioned
reference?
off camera. I think. No, we mentioned it on.
We did. Did
not
you get the
camera.
Doctor? Yeah, this is Mike.
Yes.
Yeah. So when they go into the stellar phenomenon or they're approaching it, Commander Pellia, the engineer's like, I think I visited it once. I was in a phone box. So,
Good Pellia.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Because the Ravager Junker episode from the last season of Strange New Worlds had a TARDIS in the upper right-hand corner, if you catch it. And Russell T. Davies and the showrunners of Strange New Worlds had talked about a true crossover.
Oh, wow. Really?
And because they thought it would be really, really cool if the Doctor showed up on the TARDIS, but the corporate overlords deemed it too difficult. So, but
reading a thread about Xena, Warrior Princess, today, and somebody said that she was a Time Lord, and Gabrielle or whatever was her companion. Because
That's pretty fun.
I watched like the first few seasons, I guess, of that, but apparently it just got really off the rails after a while.
Yeah.
I mean, not that it was ever.
It was pretty campy.
Yeah.
Did you watch Hercules at all?
I did watch Hercules. I watched both of them. All those shows that came out like that, I liked.
Yeah, that was the what was it? The Action Pack. What was that?
Yeah, there was a name for that.
So that was back in the late 80s, early 90s as syndicated television started to really take off for genre stuff.
Yeah.
Because if you recall, Star Trek Strange New World, not Strange New Worlds, Next Generation was pushed out as a basically a Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, Sunday night standalone syndicated piece, and that proved that it could be fairly popular, and so everything started to pop up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All kinds of stuff.
Yeah, that was kind of the geek renaissance at that point because, it showed that you had enough television stations that were looking. They had blocks of time on weekends that they needed to fill. That was for the advent of the infomercial. Remember when... and this was a big phenomenon. You have all TV stations would have all this unused time from basically 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. that nobody bought ads for, so they would just sell half-hour blocks.
Yeah, and you'd have
I mean,
Ronco.
Yeah, it's crazy, absolutely crazy. But I digress. So we tried to fix Star Trek a few weeks ago. When Jay was not here. Did you listen to that episode?
I did. Yep.
Do you have anything to add
About Star Trek?
about fixing Star Trek?
My only comment would be, I think we've come
Position heal. That's
well, it's kind of come full circle. And we all, obviously, the original series we all know and love. That's what got things started. I think Strange New Worlds is the best thing since then. I haven't watched everything in between. I watched some Next Generation, but I haven't been an avid watcher in between. But I
and
feel
Next
like
Generation's your Star Trek.
I like season 3, 4, 5 to me. Next Generation is pinnacle Star Trek.
right. So I feel like there's they've done the right thing. They've gone back to the basics.
Yeah.
With better technology and better that kind of stuff, better effects. And I don't know, maybe. Would you say the original series had a lot of humor? I feel like the Stranger Worlds has a lot of humor. So
now we talked about
it was unintentional humor
getting silly.
Yeah,
but no, Star Trek original series would have a lot of humor in it as well.
Yeah, so I feel like they've. I know y'all talked about a lot of different things, but I like the arc.
Yeah,
they've come back. They've got something good now. I wish they weren't stopping it, but maybe there's should be limits to.
Well, and also the Paramount merger has been kind of
that's something we could have mentioned as a
that I forgot who did the justice. There's like 18 states or 15 states.
Yeah, there's a judge, and I can't remember what state either, that has said no. It looks like it's antitrust kind of stuff needs to.
In Pittsboro, Mississippi, after he ruled on Trinidad ambulance, he's like, I'm going to stop the Paramount merger too.
Here's another thing.
Yeah, let's just do it. Let's see what we can do. So,
but fixing Doctor Who.
Yeah. Well, and it's a lot of the same sort of thing. So I think, this is a podcast about guys of a certain age, and what I think we've seen over the last 10 years is major brands make missteps that they decide to really kind of tick off their core audience. You look at the whole Bud Light social influencer thing 5 years ago, right?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And so Bud Light, that target demographic is going to be, just be blunt, heterosexual white male, lower middle income. And they went out and got a non-one of those people to be a spokesperson, and it created this huge uproar, and Michelob Ultra says thank you. So Michelob Ultra then became the biggest selling light beer in America, and it has still continued. So anyway,
Cracker Barrel,
the whole Cracker Barrel, which was a little bit different. Cracker Barrel saw that their demographics, let's just be blunt again, the folks coming,
we're falling off.
Folks coming or dying. We've got to get younger people in the door. So they added beer and light wine. They changed the branding, and there was a huge uproar, and then reverted back. So
is there a pattern here we need to look at?
Well,
Doctor Who.
Yeah, but so I think the balance in marketing is you want to include you want to make it accessible to new audiences, but don't forget your core. And I think that's what's happened with Doctor Who. And I think also one of the things about Doctor Who in the 60s, 70s, 80s, they were constrained by budget, which means they had to write smarter.
Yes.
Okay. So I've seen it as someone who works in video production, the ability to basically shoot hours of footage at a time without having to worry about space or end of tape or anything like that. I just shoot everything, then I have to go through it later. Back in the olden days when you were shooting film and you had limited rolls, you had limited time on a roll of film, or you had 20 minutes on a video cassette, you didn't do 14 takes. You practice, you rehearse, and you kind of pre-edit it. With Doctor Who, and in some cases, I think with some of the pre-Strange New World Star Treks, you had a much bigger budget. Oh, let's put all the money on the screen and special effects, and let's don't worry about story.
Yeah.
And that's happened with Doctor Who.
Yeah, I think that's true. You used to have, and it's not just Star Trek and Doctor Who, it's true of a lot of other things where, and that's what I think we finally came down to with Star Trek, is that story matters.
Yeah.
Story matters. It's not necessarily, we want to show this person over this person or whatever. We just want a compelling story.
Yeah.
Make that story. Give me a reason to make these changes. Don't just make the changes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Go ahead, Jay.
Well, I think what we saw with the Star Trek is what we need to see with Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Because like you said, the core, they've lost the core, and so they've lost the viewership and all that. So it's fine to use the technology we have for better effects, et cetera, but even though I haven't seen near the content that you have, when you sent us in our first year, you sent us with those 5 episodes that you need to watch to understand. Yeah, I watched them.
Did you?
Yeah. So when I watched that and Tom Baker, I remember him. I watched some of that, back in the day, and loved David Tennant in his, time as the Doctor. And I just feel like if they went back to maybe even make it less effects.
Yeah.
But go back to that original idea, like you said, the smarter stories. And I think one thing I read, I was reading somebody's Substack about this, somebody trying to fix Doctor Who, figure out what happened. And they were kind of saying that we've gone from Doctor Who talking about, there may be issues, cultural issues that are discussed, but they weren't rammed down your throat as this is what you should think at the end of this episode. It was just, here's an issue. We're going to wrangle through it and see what happens. And some of them were just, here's a cool moment in history where Doctor Who just kind of happens to pop up in and save the day. And what if, it would be an alternate universe or alternate story if he had not come and fixed, I don't know, I'm making this up, but if he hadn't fixed Ben Franklin's eyeglasses, he might not have discovered this or that. That sort of thing that would happen in the stories as well. So I feel like go back to what worked.
I think science fiction, when it's at its best, can take contemporary issues, pivot them about 25 degrees, disguise them in a science fiction situation in the far future, what have you, and allow you to think about it differently. And I think we've seen that through the years with science fiction. And that's where, from pulp on up to now, Doctor Who has always been a little subversive in that regard. But I think the basic premise, if you go back to 63, it was supposed to be an educational television show with an older scientist who was taking school teachers and his granddaughter back in time to witness historic events. Then the Daleks happened, and the Daleks changed everything. What I think, number one, I think Doctor Who works better with a little bit older Doctor with gravitas. Peter Capaldi was excellent. Now, Tennant was great. Tennant grew into it. Matt Smith was very young when he was cast, but he played it as an older type of character. So I think that, number one. I think number two, the Doctor is an androgynous non-romantic character. He could care less about emotions or human feelings because he's part of the Time Lords of Gallifrey who've evolved past all that. So not unlike, the Kryptonians from the Snyder universe, with their, what was it, the genetic whatever thing, whatever. But so I think there's always been pining of companions after the Doctor. I go back to Tom Baker in the 70s. He played the Doctor for 7 years. There was a character, Senator Jane Smith, who basically she started with John Pertwee, went through Tom Baker. She was basically in love with the Doctor, and he just left her. And there was it's not that he didn't care, but he kind of didn't care. And then years later, when she came back, met Tennant's Doctor, and Tennant, she's like, you never came back. You changed your face. Like, I've changed half a dozen times since I've seen you, Sarah Jane. And she's like, you never came back. He says, I never come back because everyone always dies.
Yeah.
And
that's a compelling story.
The cold calculus of that.
Yeah. The thing is, if you change that, and again, there's all kinds of crutches that people use when they don't write well. I mean, that's what we've talked about this before. You've got sex, regardless of who partners with who, that's a crutch. You've got violence, that's a crutch. We've talked about this before, profanity is a way to make think this is an adult because we get to say these words. Well, no, it's adult because you write adult consequences and scenarios.
Yeah.
But and it all comes back to good writing. You can justify any type of thing you've got if you've got the writing of it. But when you change the core of the character, you start to kind of get into what fan fiction is. It's like, hey, look, people have always wanted to see this.
That's a great point.
Because that's what happens. You really you turn it over to fan fiction. You don't stay true to the character. The character, in order to build any type of series, the characters have to stay true to the characters. Now, you can have crisis of identities, you can have moments of whatever, but it has to be true to the character that you established. So that's what I think the thing is, if you've got that Tenet, to use your own, but if you've got that established, then you could do whatever you want with the surrounding world, because you've got this thing that people can kind of count on.
Absolutely.
But when I think this idea that shock value for the sake of shock value only works so often. And the thing is, at that point, then you've gone, okay, we have surrendered who this character was.
Absolutely. And I think the casting of a Doctor Who is incredibly important, and it's worked. Peter Capaldi was the most established actor to be cast as Doctor Who. He grew up.
That's true, because he already had a following.
Absolutely. He had been in major motion pictures. He had been the lead in long-running shows.
Nobody else really
No.
Did you know before they became Doctor Who?
Tom Baker had been in like
Sinbad and
a few things like that.
Oh, he was a Holmes too. He was a Sherlock. That may have been after he was Doctor Who. Yeah. Okay.
Well, he played a Holmes-like character in The Talons of Wen Chiang, but you know, same thing with Hartnell. Hartnell was a bit player. Troughton was a little bit of a bit player. Pertwee had done Cabaret a little bit. So Capaldi comes in, but Capaldi was a huge Doctor Who fan.
Yeah.
And so we've gotten into a point where the showrunners are huge fans. They grew up on it. So it does have a little fan fiction feel to it. I never thought about that before.
That just occurred to me as we're talking.
Yeah,
and I said,
absolutely.
This is what this is. Because, you know, and there's all the stuff in fan fiction. Star Trek is one of them where what happens if Spock and Kirk get together, whatever. What happens if this kind of stuff or whatever. That's fine if you're writing fan fiction. But if you've got characters and you've established those characters and then you do something that changes the fundamental nature of those characters without giving, I'm not saying you can't do it, but you have to give it an explanation, other than just like, well, we just decided this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
You know?
You used a word there that I've been thinking about, a comparison to like football. Because you think about Nick Saban. He really...
I really don't want to.
I know, I realize. But I mean, he's a famous, well-established, extremely winning coach. And the times I've heard him talk about what he does for coaching, it's all back to the fundamentals.
Yeah.
The best coaches go back to the fundamentals. And they might have a couple of trick plays in there every now and then to throw things off. But it's just the fundamentals. And I think the same thing applies here. Go back to the fundamentals, like you were saying, good writing, solid story.
And I'll give you an example just to kind of
In a few true plays every now and
we're not complaining about this because all of a sudden they've changed the character in such a way. What was the series that was the spinoff, the Cardiff series or whatever?
Oh, Torchwood.
Torchwood. Okay, Torchwood comes in and you've got established characters that or the main guy is gay or whatever.
Yeah.
And I can't remember the actor that plays him. But
gosh, it was Dr.
Brilliant,
it was Captain
guy.
Jack Harkness.
Yes,
Yeah. Oh yeah. I loved him. He was great.
That to me was a very compelling series. In fact, I liked that better than Doctor Who at the time. And the thing is, those characters were established and they're written. Again, they're written well, and it's not just like we're going to take this dramatic turn or whatever just to kind of shock the audience. No, you establish, you build this character, and then the things that happen to that character make sense. What was the actor's name again?
I was looking. I can't find it.
He also appeared in the Arrowverse for a while, and he's just really, really talented.
I'm looking. Who plays Captain Jack Harkness? The Torchwood Children of Earth is an amazing miniseries that is one of my favorite. John Barrowman.
John, yes. So good. The whole cast is really good, though, and they're very complicated characters. You had characters that you really did not like, didn't root for, but they fit within the team, and they brought something to the team. And it's just, and they kept, to me, they did a really good job of not falling into stereotype characters.
Yeah.
Everybody had 3 dimensions.
Yeah.
And to me, that was a great series.
Yeah. Children of Earth is great. If you ever get a chance to watch, I think it's 6 episodes. It is one of the best science fiction series, and it has consequences at the end.
Yeah. And that's a great point too. It has, and I think they were able to do that with Torchwood because you couldn't mess with Doctor Who that way, but you could give it consequences that you couldn't have in another series.
It was unencumbered with canon.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah,
and that's part of what we run.
That's the second tagline we've come up with.
Yeah, unencumbered with canon.
We're getting T-shirts made.
Glorious purpose. So, in the other thing I think, so with Doctor Who, you go back, solid stories, strip some of the special effects out. But make it a little bit more grounded. You make the character the more alien professor with no human emotion, and then I think the third solution here is you've got to get somebody. Well, you've got to get an actor who's going to buy in for the long haul. Yeah. And Ncuti Gatwa is an incredibly talented actor. He got the Doctor Who gig right before the Barbie movie happened. He was in the Barbie movie, and he has exploded. Yeah. And so the reports
there's a danger in that now.
Yeah, there is.
I mean, if you get somebody this talented, they're going to do something else. They're probably going to want to not hang around forever.
Well, I look at David Tennant. Doctor Who, I mean, he was in a Harry Potter movie. He was Barty Crouch Jr. in a Harry Potter movie. Yeah, exactly. And then he exploded post Doctor Who. Yeah. Look at Matt Smith now. Okay. Matt Smith was in The Crown. He is one of the leads in House of the Dragon. Yeah. And I think Matt Smith would be the perfect Elric of Melibone. Think about that. Okay. Elric.
Yes.
Moorcock.
Yes.
Do you watch House of the Dragon?
No, but I've seen.
He looks just like Elric.
Like that.
He looks just like Elric. So,
by the way, Michael Moorcock is. I'm not sure if he's still alive or not. Whatever, but he was married to a woman from West Point.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
We talked to him.
Yeah. And he used to come to West Point.
Yeah. My mother-in-law and his mother-in-law were best friends.
Wow.
Yeah. So she would come over. She goes, "Do you know this guy?" So, I never got to meet him, but anyway.
Will you sign my copy of Stormbringer?
Yeah, that's right.
I forged my own Stormbringer. Elric is one of the greatest anti-heroes in fantasy history. Okay. Yeah. And Moorcock really, really sussed out the idea of the multiverse because you had the Eternal Champion where you had this fantasy character that was like Superman. He was a champion, but he manifested himself in different universes as different people. So you had Coram, you had Elric, you had Hawkmoon. I mean, the Moorcock multiverse is incredible, but he was the first guy to really push multiverse, and he married a West Point girl.
Yeah, and he's from England, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but that whole idea of you get an actor who's willing to commit, because now, and I'm not saying that Godwin didn't commit, but I think he didn't with the Disney deal. I don't think he really realized what was involved. Yeah. Doctor Who is like playing James Bond.
That's exactly what I was thinking about when you were saying that, because it's like you think about Daniel Craig was how long was he involved with it?
10 years, 12 years?
Yeah, I was going to say somewhere between 10 and 15, so probably 12 years is right. But and he got to hate it, midway through it or whatever, but it's kind of, you're stuck with that.
Well, you've got, as Doctor Who, you've got to realize children are going to come up to you for the rest of your life and look up to you and ask for autographs or ask questions or what have you. And it's just part of it.
Yeah.
And some actors handle it better than most. David Tennant, the funny thing about David Tennant, which I think Tennant has been the best Doctor since Tom Baker, followed very, very, very closely by Matt Smith. I like both of those a lot.
Yeah.
But so Tennant married Peter Davison's daughter. Peter Davison was the fifth Doctor. So Georgia Moffat,
John Tesh Doctor. He looks a lot like John Tesh.
And so Peter Davison was Tennant's Doctor growing up.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So he was a huge Peter Davison fan. And so Peter Davison's daughter, Georgia Moffat, came on and was a guest star on Doctor Who. That's how that's how they met. That's how they met.
Wow, I didn't. Okay.
And so they got married. And what's funny is at Doctor Who conventions, when they both appear, there's photos of Davidson with a big handwritten note pointing at David Tennant saying he's not that special.
Oh, that's funny.
And now Georgia and David Tennant's son, I forget his name. He's an actor. He's in House of the Dragon, and he is getting all kinds of publicity. And there's a shot of Tennant with a photo with a handwritten note pointing at his son, just signing an autograph. He's not that special.
Oh, that's funny.
It's pretty hilarious. Better Stories, which is something in common with Star Trek, restrain the special effects as crutches,
right,
and then reestablish the Doctor as that aloof alien.
Yeah, and then you can build the whole world around that foundation.
Now, one of the things I would do, I think I would let the current mythology rest, and I would go back and I would get, who was the eighth Doctor? Paul McGann, who had the Doctor Who movie.
That was a rhetorical question.
Your tongue, right?
Yeah. He had Paul McGann, who had the Doctor Who movie. And that's the only time. And he had a little one-off for the 50th anniversary. Go back and pick up some of his stories.
Yeah.
And then you got Joe Martin, who is the fugitive Doctor, and you've got this whole expanded mythology that's been added. Let's visit some of those. Maybe as a limited series, maybe as a 6-episode arc.
Yeah.
So I think that would be brilliant. So, and bring back Gallifrey. Bring back Gallifrey.
Our third T-shirt.
Yeah. Make Gallifrey great again. make Gallifrey exist again. Because it's in a time bubble. If you remember at the end of The Day of the Doctor, Gallifrey was encased in a quantum moment of time. So to save it from
like
the time
Candor
war.
of.
It's exactly like Candor, but it's in a painting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gallifrey Falls, no more. So, Jay, are you still awake?
I'm still here.
All right. We're going to wrap it up. Anything you'd like to add, Jay?
No, I pretty much said all I do.
Well, Jay, you've got to figure out what
next.
Yeah, you got to figure out who we fix next, because we've done Star Trek for Art, we've done Doctor Who for me. I guess maybe it's Gordon Ramsay's Beef Wellington, how to fix it. We'll figure that out. See you next time around.